Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, and happy Lesbian Visibility Day. And thanks for joining us for our first ever Sapphic Social. My name's Miranda. I use they, them, theirs pronouns, and I'm the Women's Program Officer here at the New Haven Pride Center.
Hi, y'all. I'm Laura. I'll be co-hosting with Miranda tonight. I'm the administrative coordinator at the Pride Center, and I use she, her pronouns.
Before we begin today's program, we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the land on which we are hosting this event. The New Haven Pride Center was founded and operates on the traditional lands of the Mohegan, Mashantucket Pequot, Eastern Pequot, Scotticook, Golden Hill Paugussett, Neontic, and the Quinnipiac peoples. We hope that from wherever you are, you take a moment to acknowledge and honor the Native people whose lands you occupy and the history of the place you're in. And you can find out more about Native lands at native-land.ca.
Now, I am excited to welcome you to today's program, our first ever Sapphic Social. Finally, before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsors who made today's program possible. Thank you to CT Humanities and Planned Parenthood for all your support. Your support helps facilitate important events, just like this one. If you would like to know more about sponsoring programs like these, please feel free to reach out. I would also like to take a moment to thank Nick for coordinating our ASL interpreting and all the amazing interpreters we work with to make our programming more broadly accessible. Tonight, we have CM and Simone with us. Thank you both for being here.
All right. Thank you so much, Laura. So how does tonight work? While we can't come together in person just yet, we can connect online. And that includes shared experiences just like this, where we can heat up a meal, pour ourselves something to drink, and watch along to amazing lesbian artists like versatile Poetiq, Carrie Ashton, Anne Gogh, and Maia Leonardo.
That is not all, though. In between performances, we'll be doing trivia, history, and other activities to help you get to know each other a little bit better. Y'all can follow along by commenting, reacting, and chatting with each other in the comments.
Yeah, so please be social, get to know each other, connect online, and learn more about some of the social programs that we have. So you're going to hear a lot from us throughout the night. So let's get the show on the road and introduce our first performer, Versatile Poetiq. Hey, Versatile, how are you?
Fine, how are you? Hello.
I'm doing good. Happy Lesbian Visibility Day.
Yes, happy Lesbian Visibility Day, everybody.
Awesome. So Versatile, tell us a little bit about what Lesbian Visibility Day means to you.
To be visible, to be recognized, to spread awareness, to show that we and you matter, that you're important, to acknowledge those of you who came before you, to represent you and represent yourself as well. I think it's very important, and of course, to still fight for social justice.
Yes, absolutely. And what do you want other queer women out there to know?
You matter. You're the sugar honey iced tea, and you're not alone. Even if you feel that you are alone, you're not alone in this world. So, be you, stand up for you and what you believe in, and stick up for each other, and let's stick together. It's the people. That's how we heal. It's all of us collectively together. So yeah, you got this. Shout out to all you lesbians and you queers and anybody part of the LGBTQI. You're the sugar honey iced tea.
All right. Well, I'm so excited to hear your poetry tonight, and let's give it up for Versatile.
Thank you. So I'm just going to give you two quick poems that I feel are fitting to the theme and the topic, if that's okay. So the first poem is called Triple Bypass. And hopefully when you hear the poem, you'll be able to receive the message. And I always tell young people and all people, don't just listen to people's art, listen to their message, no matter if it's a painting, no matter if it's a poem or music. Okay. So I hope that you all can receive my message. Triple bypass. Voice check 1, 2, 3. 3 for 10 for the greenest tree. 1 times 3 triple bypass surgery. New lives cry in the nursery. False testimony tests the perjury. Confessions are confessed as far as you can see. Society clogs the artery. And as you can see, this is a part of me. 3 women live just to be. First came her named sexuality. Church scorned her reality. Girls held morals in her morality. Faith tested her mental vitality. She would smile at me. Rosa sat down for me. Second woman, nicknamed Black. They say she didn't know how to act. Dirt colored skin tested the fact. Pause, rewind to bring it back. Dirt colored skin tested the fact. Put 3 minutes back on the track. She was raped of her innocence because she was Black. Truth sitting on the rack, hit with the hardest sack. Pimp juice for the Mac. Book, new technology, take a deeper look. If you face what I face, you'd be shook like bodies rotting in the brook. You see, the third woman timed how long it took, and just for living, she was a crook. She lived in the house of the Lord, Psalm 23 in the book. Hell hungry to cook, devil hanging from the hook. A myth. I know what you did last summer. Suicide scene in the Hummer. Hate in line with the number. Woman known in the world, I'm a member. Remind to remember. New beginning, painful endings in September. Jack-o'-lanterns are lit in October. And leaves change color for a soldier. Thank you, smile in November. Sagittarius birthed me the 4th of December. Heart attacks make the body timber. Little tree in the boots carry the limber. Flow with a sensible combo. Rambo ammo couldn't hinder. Verbal bender for the fender. Professional lyrical lender. Psychopathic mental stimulator. Living my now. Dying later. Chewing on a now and later. Afterlife waiting at the top of the escalator. Sins running down the elevator. Sex cells pumping the ejaculator. The words annihilate, call me the annihilator. Mortal Kombat blow with a Tekken KO. You better add the chips to the cookie dough, cause the spit shining on the floor. You see, women run the world, but you call her a whore. Her money isn't equal to man. She gave birth to man, but man controls the land. Her essence shines more than a dub on wheels burning rubber. Envy bounces green like flubber. Orientation labels the lover. Spalding bounces like Tigger. Willie Lynch pulled the trigger. Shotguns make the holes bigger. New hits, they jock and jigger. MC light as a rock. Rap industry run by the cock. You think you're tough because you carry a Glock. I see the blood stains on your sock. The real make the people flock. Haters hate on the block. Buster Bunny from Arthur. I'll flip it farther. I breathe for peace. Call me a martyr. My lyrics are ice cold like a glass of water. Who is she? I'm my mother's daughter. In this verse I just slaughtered. The rhyme has just been altered. Creativity mocked it. I know a legendary organist. And I'm a flow assist. It's motific. I just Johann Sebastian Bach'd it. A disc couldn't even chop it. Say hello to my mind, I can't even top it. Grandma's belt welts can't stop it. If you're a dreamer, then cop it. Put your fresh Nikes on and just do it. Blood, sweat, and tears filled with fluid. Gay pouring from whispers. They think I'm stupid. I'm black, strong, and ruthless. You cannot refute this. They attack me with a triple bias, judging me as I is, cutting deep like a triple bypass surgery. Well, I'll bypass what my clergy. Forever stand up with me. I'm striving for all I can be. And for the rest of them, you better believe I hold the key. I'm a gay black woman that's free. Thank you very much. That was triple bypass, and I have one more for all of you beautiful people who are tuning in. This poem is called Me. I wrote this poem when I was at the University of Hartford. I graduated in 2009. I've been performing it for over 10 years. And I hope that you'll learn something about me, and I hope you'll learn something about yourselves. And I thank you for allowing me to versatile your Poetiq. To even try to depict me, do me a favor. Grab a Dutch with flavor. I'll break up the words and roll the knowledge. Now you pull the intellect. Wait, hold it. Feel the stimulation and blow the poetry. Now that you've inhaled this poetic high, Let's give it a try. What do you wonder when you see a woman living not by what's supposed to be? 5'8", thick thighs, little booty, and brown skin lay under the blankets of materialism that covers my exterior and traps my interior. I'm a foreign lesson unknown to you, so approach me with caution. My mind is dense and heart a beating nightmare, athletic and vicious and outgoing are traits that don't create me. I'm a fiend for pulling a trigger and blowing away ignorance. I despise the fools that label themselves because society said so. Don't define me because definitions are best friend to Webster. And don't try to look for the 411 of me because Wikipedia won't tell you the full truth. My swag busts through like a good nut and leaves them thinking, what? My attitude doesn't reflect what they thought, but what they see in me. I'm a rebel to the rules and a conformist to the abnormal. You see, most eyes that are set upon me see the image of a male. Why? They say men wear this and women wear that. Claimed who? Well, I wear those and these, so I am this and that together. My uniqueness is fed as different, but swallowed as judgment. And I have a personality that isn't personable, I must confess, an emotion you could never configure. It's no advertisement. You see, women snicker when I pass by because they're intrigued by my mystery and trapped by the closet. Men beam when I walk by, showing their lit because they think I got in between their woman's split. I laugh because if my clothes were off, those men would hit. Now let's penetrate a little deeper. You roll the knowledge this time. People like me get killed for their existence. And when I die, oh, I'm going out smiling, knowing I was me. You see, many wear masks because they're horrified by who they really are. Now, please watch down what I said with a glass of sense, because we got to make it common to the people so they understand. My sexuality isn't my preference. It's only my resource. What is me? Poetry is me. Music is me. A white rose is me. Genesis 6 is me. Darfur is me. 4 little girls in Alabama is me. Matthew Shepard is me. Troy Davis is me. Trayvon Martin is me. Alton Sterling is me. Philando Castile is me. Eric Garner is me. Mike Brown is me. Tamir Rice is me. Sandra Bland is me. Ahmaud Arbery is me. Dante Wright is me. George Floyd is me. Ma'Khia Bryant is me. Anybody brutalized by the police that didn't make the national news is me. Black Lives Matter is me. Sandy Hook Elementary School is me. Pulse Nightclub is me. Las Vegas, Nevada is me. New Parkland, Florida is me. Lesbian Visibility Day is me. The New Haven Pride Center is me. Love is me. Pain is me. War is me. Terror is me. The woman in New York City that holds the torch is me. Oh, discover something. It is seen. It is felt. It is known. And best believe it is lived. Who am I? You all are me. Thank you very much. My name is Versatile Poetiq.
Versatile. I love that poem every time I've gotten the chance to see you perform it, and all of the different changes that it makes, as heartbreaking as some of those are. And just thank you for your incredible voice, your incredible work, and for just being the person, the visible, amazing person that you are. It's really an honor to know you and to get to do this work with you. Thank you.
And thank you.
In the background. I was just snapping in the background.
Yeah, I
thank you.
I was like feeling the chills. Like, oh,
I have to be a stereotypical lesbian for a minute too. I'm also a Sagittarius.
Yes, Team Sag. And thank you so much. And real quick, I just like to always tell people the history of snapping. The Beatniks, 1950s New York City, they held poetry readings in the basement of an apartment, and so they would snap because they didn't want to clap to disturb their neighbors. If that makes sense. And when you snap, you can hold your water in the other hand. It's hard to clap and do that. I also want to say shout out to the ASL interpreters. I'm normally a little fast, but I made sure I was really slow this time. So I hope that you two were able to get it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you two. And of course, Laura and Miranda, can't wait to see you in person. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you in person soon. Yes. Yeah. All right. Laura, I think you're up next.
It is me. All right. So next up, we have trivia. We have our first question of the night. We're going to read the question, and then you can put your answers below in the comments. We encourage you guys to talk to other people and have dialogue and use this as a starting point for a conversation. All right. So the first question tonight is, what was the name of the first lesbian bookstore opened in the US? I'll give you a hint. It was stolen by a controversial corporate giant. All right, so leave your answers in the comments below. Talk to your peers.
All right. And without further ado, we'd love to introduce our next amazing performer, the one and only Carrie Ashton. All right. Hey, everyone. Woo! Happy Lesbian Visibility Day. How are you doing today?
I'm so wonderful. Thank you for having me today. I really, really enjoy all of these things that I get to do with you guys. It means so much to be visible, not just today, but any day. So it's much appreciated. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about what Lesbian Visibility Day means to you.
What's interesting for me is that I've never been a political person. I've never felt as though I needed to have any type of platform. I've always just been me. And I don't want to say forced people to accept who I am, but refused to be anybody but myself. And I came out when I was 19. And as I started to grow older and as I started to see how important it is really not just to be who you are, but to stand up for who you are and to be proud of that. And so Lesbian Visibility Day for me means just an extra day to get to be proud of who I am, because there's no reason not to be.
Amazing. All right. And what do you want other queer women listening to know?
Especially if they are young women, you know, be who you are. You have support. You have so many resources through the New Haven Pride Center, through other places that you can talk to someone, you can learn things, reach out, get that information, and be who you are, because we only get to go around one time, and you know, only you get to decide how much of that one time you're going to spend not being you. And why shouldn't you be? Because you're beautiful. Whoever you are, however you identify, you're beautiful and you're part of something really great, especially on a day like today where we can sort of show off a little bit and say, hey, here we are, and we're pretty awesome.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm really excited to hear you perform.
Thank you. I'm going to, I was kind of going back and forth about some things to play, but I'm going to start off with one that I wrote, and it goes like this. Driving home on a Tuesday afternoon, I feel the sun that's shining down on my face. The windows down, the wind is blowing through my hair. Once it feels like I might win this race. I don't know about the changes I've been through, but I know if I got you, oh, it'll be alright. I don't know just where this road might lead, but if I got you with me, oh, it'll be alright. Hey, baby, you know I'm not perfect. You tell me that you say. Sometimes I need saving from myself. Could you be the one to save me? Sometimes the answers, they don't always come up clear. They don't always just appear before my eyes, yeah. But if I take a little time to work it out, then I will know without a doubt where the answers lie. I don't know about the changes I've been through, but I know if I got you, oh, you're right. I don't know just where this road on my lead, but if I got you with me, oh, you're right. Hey, baby, no, I'm not perfect, but won't you tell me that you love me anyway? You know that I love me well, so don't stop believing things you say. Sometimes I need saving from myself. Ever thought I'd see the way you look at me? Just one glance, cut me down the sides. Baby, now I know I can't let you go. I know you're right by my side. Driving home on the Tuesday afternoon, was that sun that shining down on your face? Hey, baby, no, I'm not perfect, so won't you tell me that you love me anyway? You know that loving me is worth, so don't stop believing things you say. Oh, come on, baby, I swear I'll try a little hard. Show you what your love means to me. So give me just a little longer. I'll show you where this love can really be. Sometimes I need saving from myself. Could you be the one? Oh, save me. That one's called Save Me. So I'm going to play you guys a song that I wrote when I was in a very, 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 very bad mood. This song is called The Miserable Song. And yes, the person I wrote about, she does know. She wasn't very happy at the time, but this song is called The Miserable Song. Yeah, here's another song. Please listen closely, don't make me repeat this. It's not gonna take that long. It's my dedication. If you think it's about treaties, I don't know what I'm just thinking. Hanging around with you. Ooh, you make me miserable. Oh, everything miserable. Oh, everything about you I can sure do without you. Miserable. Whoa. We're always off and on again, up and down and round again. Miserable. Whoa. Please leave me alone again. Don't call me on my phone again. Miserable. Whoa. And I really, really hope that I make you miserable. I'm really gonna try to make you miserable. Somebody's got to make you miserable too. Whoa. I'm gonna make you miserable too. Whoa. I'm gonna make you miserable too. And that's the miserable song. Oh, everyone always gets such pleasure out of my pain with that one. I'm going to do another song for you, which is also one of mine. And then if we've got time, I'll do one more. But this song is, it's interesting because it's a song that I actually wrote about myself. Like if I were looking at myself from the outside and what maybe someone else might see. Anyway, it's called She Hides. She crouches in the shadows behind her wall, like a little girl scared of the dark. She's afraid to let herself love someone once broke her heart. She tries to see everything she could be. She'd only open up and confide. The fear she feels is a fear of me. Oh yeah, she hides. She hides. Oh yeah, she hides. She hides. Oh yeah, she hides. I try to tell her not to be afraid. There's no monsters underneath your bed, except for all the little ones that you create. Oh, this is what she said. She tries to see everything she could be. If she'd only open up and confide. The fear she feels is a fear of me. Oh yeah, she hides. She hides. Oh yeah, she hides. She hides. Oh yeah, she hides. And I know that I'm the one she's so afraid of, although she's never told me so. She keeps running and I follow just to see how far I will go. So I say, open up the window, let the sunshine in. There's nothing to be scared of after all. There's no need to be hiding in your shadows. And just in case you fall, try to see everything yeah, she hides. She hides. Oh yeah, she hides. Oh, she hides. Oh yeah, she hides. That one's called She Hides. That one's called She Hides. Thank you. Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So I've got one more song for you. I hope y'all are having a good time. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you guys again for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here, especially on a day like today. And I don't think I could go through a Lesbian Visibility Day without playing a song from one of my favorite artists who was a huge influence on me growing up and listening to her music. So I'm going to close out with this one. Come to my window, crawl inside and wait by the light of that moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon, yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me here today. I appreciate it so much. I can't wait to see you all in person.
I know.
Oh, I miss you so much. Miss everyone here so much, and I can't wait to see you again in person soon.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was amazing. Have a great night.
You too. We'll see you soon.
All right. I think Laura has the answer to our trivia question for you.
Yes, all right. So we asked for the name of the first lesbian bookstore in the US. The correct answer is Amazon Bookstore, later known as True Colors in Minneapolis.
Yes, so someone stole a bookstore's name, and that's not cool.
Here we are talking about it, though. But speaking of lesbian books, if you're interested in connecting with fellow queer and trans women over books by queer and trans women, you can join the Lavender Lit Book Club. The book club meets the last 2 Tuesdays of the month. You can sign up and get your books from local queer, women-owned bookstore People Get Ready. All right, so that brings us to our next trivia question. Be ready. What term was coined in the 1960s as a response to homophobia in the larger women's movement? Hint, if you know me, I have this tattooed on my body.
I should have put that in the script, but I can't. Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
All right. That was amazing. I love that tattoo of yours. Yes. Comment below. Reveal what tattoo Laura has.
I'm not going to give it away.
All right. Not just yet. All right. So now we're so excited to introduce the fabulous Anne Gogh, who actually has a video performance that's going to come up. But before we get that started, Anne, tell us a little bit about what Lesbian Visibility Day means to you.
Hello, peace, everybody. Lesbian visibility means representation. It means history. It means just being here. It's important, and simply not today, every day. Like, we really got to celebrate things bigger than the day. But this is a start, and I'm so honored to be here.
Awesome. And what do you want queer women to hear today?
Don't dim your light. Like, don't ever dim it. Like, no matter what you may feel, you think, like, don't dim it. Just shine, like, always.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right. So I think the video is going to pull up on the screen. Please be patient with us. We're trying to navigate some technical stuff here. Shout out to Patrick for running this behind the scenes and making this happen.
No, he's awesome. Seriously. Never had the pleasure of ignorance. Unfortunately, unfortunate. Grabbing at the air, ain't nothing there. It's crawling in my skin, nothing can compare. Enacted relapses, often the form bad habits. I can't control my actions, or why does this always happen? Dormant and erupt, state of self-destruct. I try my best, but it ain't never enough. Dormant and erupt, state of self-destruct. Yeah, I try my best, but it ain't never enough. In need of a remedy before it's the end of me. Why do I seem to be my own worst enemy? Always getting the best of me. Always getting the best of me. Always getting the best of me. Always getting. Every time you come around, yeah, I get in my feelings. Ask you to respect my space, but you don't ever listen. Every time you come around, yeah, I get in my feelings. Ask you to respect my space, but you don't ever listen. Ask you to respect my space, but you don't ever. You don't ever listen. You don't ever listen. You don't ever listen. You don't ever listen. And you don't ever listen. You don't ever listen. Go. Yeah. Yeah. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. Will you be mine? I just wanna know. I just wanna know. How much time? Heartless in a heartbeat. People flatline a day from the heat. Grave concrete but shallow. When you trip, the only tip you get is hollow. Skull past rattle. Gotta learn to pick your battles. Watch your tail, little homie. Please don't tattle. Don't slip tight saddle. Don't wanna be up the creek with no paddle. You could drown in all of that. If you lose your life, I promise you won't get it back. So move carefully, keep everything compact. All accounted for less likely to lose track. That ain't advice, that's a fact. If your thing's out of order, then you're easy to distract. Any subtle opportunity, someone will react. Don't only heed words after personal impact. Don't only I just wanna make better decisions. Happiness to me, yeah, can it be given? I just wanna know. I just wanna know. Will you be mine? I just wanna know. I just wanna know. How much time? I just wanna know. Will you be mine? I just wanna know how much time. It's been a while, struggle still at a high. Up poor and light, just to get by. It's easy to fall below if you ain't used to heights. Shield yourself from the crazy that the world provides. Black Nissan, hop in and take a ride.
Hope getting pulled over don't coincide. It's sad, but we all believe in some stereotypes. They say the grass is greener on the other side. Before I get there, I wanna have a free mind. It gets hectic, wrong just accepted. Like we all took an oath for morals to get neglected. What's considered normal is so subjective. Go against the grain, then you get selected. One day you will be mine when it's all corrected. Yeah. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. Will you be mine? I just wanna know. I just wanna know. How much time? hardest to get everything started. Never depart until I'm comfy. All in Oval Office. I know it's often that I can't wake up, rather lay in a coffin. Cause the idea of just walking got me ready to run. With no destination, yeah, I jumped the gun. Right about my skin into oblivion. No communication, population one. Focus on these pages and regain my freedom. And come back like I never left. Can't stay here, bored to death. Repeat the process, learn to invest. We all have tests, take time to marvel in the present. Every setback ain't 9/11. Some things can go wrong, but you don't have to let it keep you down, bury you ground. No, you ain't dead yet. Resurrection, if you saving yourself, yeah, no one can prevent it. Be exactly who you are. Live life authentic, so it feels how it's supposed to feel. And don't worry, real always recognize real. I said don't worry, real always recognize. Fact.
Life can get you down, but you just gotta keep moving. You're stronger than you think you are. I promise that. Bye.
Focus on the mission, focus on the moves. Always time to get it. Gotta show and prove better than the last time. Gotta keep it true. Focus on the mission, focus on the moves. Always time to get it. Gotta show and prove better than the last time. Gotta keep it true. Hold on to your mind. Hold on. The journey's yours, take your time. Don't say confined. Don't say. In the mode that they design.
Amazing grace, this amazing race we are. Scattered and scraped to get food on the plate and in activities we actively partake. Willingly, not a something that is up for debate. We We all have needs that we cannot meet. Often distracted by other things. Stuck in the mandatory, yeah, it really was me. I fell asleep, woke up inside a dream. I understand what's inside of me. I like the beat, endlessly extending past digital reach. Hot head with metaphysical heat. Since the slip of my umbilical seat. Difficult, miracle, true indeed. Visible, original, high praise, the supreme being. Been born again, evidently I'm here now. No more running, playing games all wild. I had to make sense of it all, it was compiled. Too much clutter, no space, I had to clear it out. Hey, hold on to your mind. I say, hold on, hold on, hold on. The journey's your sacred side. Don't stay confined. Hey, in the mode that they design. Salvation for salvation. Seems I can't attain it. I guess I gotta take it. I guess so. I said salvation for salvation. Seems I can't attain it. I guess I gotta take it. I guess so. Focus on the mission, focus on the moves. Always time to get it, gotta show and prove. Better than the last time. Gotta keep it true. Yeah. Focus on the mission, focus on the moves. Always time to get it, gotta show and prove. Better than the last time. Gotta keep it true. Hold on. I said hold on. Hold on to your mind. It belongs to nobody else but you. Don't stay confined. In the mode. That they design. Thank you.
Yo. Yeah. If I'm away, I strive to be altruistic. The power I possess is often perceived futuristic, majestic and mystic, of abundance, so you won't miss it. Spirit Kendrick, good kid like Kendrick, 2020 vision, kaleidoscope blending. Even when it's hard to mention, can't forget the splendid. But I guess it really depends if you passive aggressive or you really out here getting it. Can't stall, learn your mind. After all, whose is it anyway? It's the line, pick it up each and every time. Put down that hate, got love on my mind. Yeah, picked up some faith to share as I thrive. Hi.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, is Miranda not back yet?
Oh, hi. Sorry.
There they are.
Technical difficulties. Thank you so much, Anne.
Thank you.
How did you go about filming all of those different music videos?
So a couple of them I actually shot like last week. Like I have been just like diving into filming and just like actually loving it. Like I didn't even know. So I'm excited. So it was like a mashup between old stuff like from YouTube and then things that I did last week. So yeah.
Awesome. That's incredible. You have such a way with words. And
Thank
everyone,
you.
you saw it here first.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Have a great
No
rest of the
doubt.
night.
You too. Peace.
All right. Laura, I think this is on you.
Again.
Woo!
All right. So the answer to our last question was, as many of you hopefully guessed, the that gave us the name for our book club and for our social support group, the Lavender Coalition. If you're looking to meet fellow queer and trans women, you can join us every last Sunday of the month. Before our next question, Lavender Men. I had to plug myself. I'm sorry.
Honestly, the most iconic tattoo. I was so delighted when you showed that to me.
What can I say? Now, impulse decisions, right? Now for our final question, our final trivia question for the night. What was the first lesbian political and social organization in the United States? All right, queens.
This is the toughest one. Yeah, so we're pulling up the heat. Drop what you think in the comments below. Start debating those answers amongst yourselves. All right. I can't believe we're towards the end of our night, but it's time for me to introduce our last performer, who just so happens to work with us here at the New Haven Pride Center and is one of our favorite human beings on the planet. Let's give it up for Maia.
Woo!
Woo!
Hi, folks.
Maia. All right. You don't know this, but there's a collab happening between Maia and Anne Gogh. We have to keep them committed to this because this is happening backstage here. So you heard it first. All right. Maia, tell us a little bit about what Lesbian Visibility Day means to you.
For me, it means recognizing the history of the lesbian movement and all the hard work and that has been done by lesbians, and also lesbian culture. That it's sapphic culture, lesbian culture. It is fantastic, and one thing that sticks out for me about Lesbian Visibility Day, yesterday I was like, I'm getting my hair done, like, for the first time since before the pandemic started in a couple days. And I was like, do I need to cut my hair short to be a butch? And I was like, I was like reading all this stuff about, like, are long-haired butches valid? And
Yes.
I came across something in an Autostraddle article that was like, you're butch when you say you're butch. You're a lesbian when you say you're a lesbian. You're a femme when you say you're a femme. You're a futch when you say you're a futch, and you're anywhere along the lesbian presentation spectrum when you say you are. And, like, that was just really validating to read. And I don't know, I love being a lesbian.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Besides that amazing, like, soapbox rant, which I really am here for, what do you want other queer women out there to know?
However you choose to define yourself is totally valid and worthy of celebration. Like, there's no such thing as queer enough or bi enough or lesbian enough. Like, however you express your queerness is totally valid, which goes without saying, but it's also beautiful and worthy of celebration. And Lesbian Visibility Day is a day to celebrate all lesbians and not just people who meet some arbitrary test of lesbian enough.
We'd love to hear it. Absolutely. All right. And we're so excited to hear your awesome music. Give it up for Maia.
Yay!
All right. I can do more. How much time do I have? Up to me? Time for one more. Okay. That was just a couple of instrumental jams. I didn't have much time to rehearse, but I hope that was good.
All right. Thank you so much, Maya. It was great to see you. Was really vibing out to the music and really wish I could be here in person with all of you, able to get into that. Have a great rest of your night. Take care.
Yeah, have a great night, y'all.
And thank you for all the work you do. All right. Laura, the final answer to our trivia questions.
Yes. So the answer to our final trivia question was daughters of, I don't know how to pronounce this, Miranda.
I honestly don't myself. I think it's Philidus. It sounds very clinical, but I'm gonna say that sounds the least clinical way of saying it.
All right. So the answer is daughters of Bilitis. But it is a 1950s social club. They published the country's first known lesbian magazine. At the New Haven Pride Center, we're grateful for as many queer women ancestors who've paved the way for us to do the work that we can do today.
Yeah, it's really truly an honor to be able to do this work. Thank you all again for joining us for today's Sapphic Social. I hope you enjoyed the performances. Keep in touch and keep following these amazing lesbian artists and other queer and trans women artists as we continue to do the work we're doing in our community. Just a reminder that you can email me, women@newhavenpridecenter.org, anytime for more information on how to connect with queer and trans women in the community. I know it's really easy to feel lonely out there right now, but we're trying to bring folks together as best as we can until we're all vaccinated. So go and get your vaccines and able to see each other in person. Also remember that the center is here for you year-round with our dynamic programming, support services, case management, and more. And you can find out all about our upcoming programs at newhavenpridecenter.org. Don't forget to follow our social media, including at New Haven Pride Center on Facebook, at New Haven Pride Center on Instagram, and at New Haven Pride on Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube, youtube.com/New Haven Pride Center. Finally, please consider joining us as a member because it's free at newhavenpridecenter.org/join now. Thank you. Have a great rest of your night. Go look at that pink supermoon because the moon is a lesbian, as that author's technical article said. And enjoy the rest of your night. Happy Lesbian Visibility Day.
Thank you for having me.